me, taking pages from a magazine, been looking for the answer ever since we were 17. You know the truth can be a weapon to fight this world of ill intentions. No answer to the same question. How many times will you learn the same lesson? I think you got it all wrong. You just gotta hold on and on and on and on. 'Cause we're gonna be legends, gonna get their attention. What we're doing here ain't just scary, it's about to be legendary. Yeah, we're gonna be legends, gonna teach you all a lesson. Got this feeling in our souls we carry, it's about to be legendary. This is what we came for, and we couldn't want it anymore. Could never turn back now.
What's up, wrestling fans? It's Jimmy, the mailman, Milstead. Coming off the results here of a great night of WWE tables, ladders, and chairs. The 2017 edition. Fun night. Minneapolis, Minnesota. Treated to a great card. A revamped card, as we saw. Meningitis took it over and possibly gave us an even better night. Kudos to the WWE. As a football fan, I think I didn't watch Sunday Night Football, but based on what that score was, I'll probably be hated for saying this, but I bet you WWE put a way better product tonight than the NFL. And unless you're a Patriots fan, kudos WWE. We're not talking about football tonight, though. WWE TLC, tables, ladders, and chairs in the books. What did you think of the pay-per-view, guys? In the comments of this video, give me your thoughts. Give me your reactions. Was it a thumbs-up pay-per-view like the mailman had it? Or was it a thumbs down? Welcome to the small package, episode 9, guys. Episode 9 already. Tables, ladders, and chairs, results. And as we came in, once again, that was the legendary song by Welshly Arms. Pretty good tune. I liked it. Kudos, WWE. Tonight, the mailman ended up going 5-2 tonight. We'll put a couple asterisks there. There was an added match we did not count because we didn't get our take on it. Jason Jordan ended up eventually wrestling Elias deep in the card before the main event. I had a feeling they were going to add another match. That does not count against the record, even though I probably would have picked Jason Jordan. But overall, the mailman gives a great card to and a great grade to. I'm going to give it a B plus pay-per-view for what they had to work with. I want to give it an A, but I don't know. I don't want to be too generous. I feel like I'm too generous, but overall a great night. I had my buddy, my former retired mail carrier Denny join me, a fellow WrestleMania alum that joined me at the WrestleMania 31 in San Francisco, and my wife. She enjoyed the top 2 matches. She came in. She cooked us a fabulous meal tonight. We had Philly cheesesteaks. So a shout out to the wife. Once again, happy anniversary officially today to the wife, Denise Milstead. It was a great day, guys. I really enjoyed tonight's pay-per-view. Sorry if there's a lot of background noise here. But at the Target Center, there was an announced crowd. What was it? Sorry, guys. This was an impromptu post-show. The announced attendance tonight by Michael Cole was only 13,381. I'm not sure what the Target Center holds, but sounds a little low. We had more at Raw, I believe. But it was a good crowd. I give the Minneapolis crowd an A. Once again, just like Los Angeles last month at No Mercy, or no, it was Little C. Well, I gave Los Angeles a good crowd grade. Detroit was also great. Another great night. I think you can't go wrong when you host a pay-per-view. We're still waiting for a Seattle pay-per-view out here. I was at the last pay-per-view. It's been since 2011, guys, for Seattle. But Minneapolis, Minnesota, for 13,381 of you, I'll give you a Gatorade swig. Sorry, guys. Trying to hydrate here. Long day, a lot of talking this past couple of days. 13,381 at the Target Center who witnessed pretty good pay-per-view. 7 matches, 8 matches in total. But that one match, we are not counting on a record. We went 5-2 tonight. Pre-show, a lot went on during the pre-show. The Miz was on the pre-show. I'll never get over he's got this big zipper gimmick. Congrats though to the Miz and Maurice. They announced they're gonna have a baby girl, I believe. They made a big shindig about that. You can probably see that. I think they're doing a spinoff, if I'm not mistaken. Another Bella's type show on the E Network. I don't know all the details. Go follow the sheets for that. But they are expecting, and I believe it was a baby girl they're announcing. And Maurice is beautiful as ever. She's just a great looking woman. I think she was dressed up as like Cinderella or something the other day. But congrats to them. So he's like, I'm looking forward to talking about taking out his boss. Kurt Angle is the Raw GM. He was just basically talking to how much he's going to give him another broken freaking neck during the pre-show. So much going on. Peter Rosenberg was on the panel with David Otunga. There was no other people besides Renee. Otunga was looking jacked. He wears a suit pretty good. He had all the buttons down. The guy probably lifts a lot of weights. He does a pretty good job of the panel. I'm glad Booker T is on the commentary team. He's kind of better than Otunga, in my opinion. What say you? But I got Rat Boy Ryan Alexander over in England. If you want to chime in, Facebook Messenger, buddy, hit me up with your results. We're gonna take it slow here. We're not gonna try to. There was not a lot of extensive notes I took tonight, but we also had Balor being recognized as a leader of the Bullet Club. Well, they call him the Club during the show. I thought that was a big moment on the pre-show. AJ was always recognized with Gallows and Anderson over in Japan on WWE programming. They actually said Balor was a leader as well. That was the first time I've ever heard that on WWE programming. So if you heard it before, let me know in the comments. I thought that was a pretty big pop on the pre-show. Emma ended up getting interviewed. She was complaining, and I thought it was ironic that she said how many vignettes was Asuka going to get leading up to this pay-per-view of her debut, when Emma for months was supposed to change into this character as Emelina, and then she eventually, I think she got hurt and then ended up dropping the new Emelina gimmick. So I thought that was kind of a dig at her, but I did not know Emma. It was her first ever singles match on a WWE pay-per-view, guys. That was shocking to me. She's a great wrestler, and I thought she might have maybe at least hit a Divas Battle Royal or something. But the Mailman has been hit over the head with a steel chair here or then at work, or some mail hit me. But all eyes, she said, will be on her, and she always wanted to hashtag Emma beats Asuka. So I thought Emma did a good job tonight. We'll get that in a minute. Also during the pre-show, Kurt and Jason Jordan met. I'll cut to the chase. It didn't pan out to where I thought it would be. Jason had nothing to do with the main event. That was kind of weird. But Jason during the pre-show told Kurt he's an inspiration for stepping up and joining the Shield. And he was pretty pumped up. And Elias walked in. And he wanted to request a musical performance or two on the show. He ended up having like 2 segments, and then Elias and Jason had that impromptu match. But Elias was bragging to Jason, at least I'm on the pay-per-view, so I think that got Jason Jordan under his skin. So we knew that was going to be probably the match they were going to make to add to the card. But we're not counting that. And then Drew Gulak was scheduled to have some kind of PowerPoint presentation, the 205 Live superstar. He ended up coming on the pre-show panel with his megaphone and he actually said he had bumped. He had 277 slides prepared. Thank God they bumped him. I love you, Gulak, but thank you for WWE for sparing us. And he kept chanting, the man was holding him down. So who knows what he would have ended up doing there. They also had an AJ interview during the pre-show. He ended up traveling from South America 18 hours, guys. This guy traveled 18 hours to get here. That's pretty unbelievable. I mean, I just saw him last week in Seattle. These guys go to South America. This guy is probably tired as hell, and he put on a hell of a performance tonight. Kudos, AJ Styles. I knew as soon as he said 18 hours of traveling, he was probably going to lose this match. It was a good little background nugget there for being prepared to expect maybe he for him losing. But they're asking him what he thought of the match, what he's looking for in the match. He's prepared for any wrestler at any time, he said, and he's never underestimating any opponents, even if it is short notice. So I thought that was going to be a factor. We got a hell of a match tonight between Finn Balor and AJ Styles. We'll get to that in a few minutes. So the pre-show ended up being Alicia Fox and Sasha Banks. It was a slugfest to start. A lot of punches were thrown. First of all, we're getting into the results right now. So my Marine buddy, let's get it underway right now.
What are you looking at? Yeah, you! You better be looking at mail call right now!
All right, thanks, Marine. We had to get you in there. Let's get to our results, guys. We don't want to go too long tonight. My buddy Ryan Alexander is up. He's got the day off. He's giving me a message right now. I got Ryan Ratboy Alexander on Facebook Live Messenger since I can't see any posts or haven't mastered this YouTube Live yet. Let's see what Ryan is saying. Jason Jordan got his biggest reaction as a singles competitor throwing groceries whilst yet again you could hear a pin drop during his entrance. That's true there, Ryan. I really like Jason Jordan a lot, and Ryan is exactly right. Didn't get a lot of reaction. Elias was coming out during some segments playing the guitar and healing, trolling the Minneapolis crowd. Jason was throwing a lot of vegetables at him. I thought it was a funny bit. But I really thought they could have handled Jason Jordan a lot better tonight. If that's why I'm going to downgrade an A to this pay-per-view. I thought Jason Jordan might have factored into that main event. What say you? We'll get to that in a minute. But back to the pre-show. There was one match. It was Alicia Fox and Sasha Banks. One of my losses tonight, guys. It was a great match. Both were very vibrant in their gear. Foxy was in a neon green outfit. I'm a big fan of Fox, by the way. I like her crazy gimmick. She's like the missing link Booker T mentioned. I thought she was tremendous tonight. Booker T said it's time for pain, vacation. At this time of year, TLC season, you kind of want to go on a vacation. Booker T was awesome on commentary tonight, guys. I don't know if you caught him a lot. Corey Graves is always great, but I really dug Booker T tonight. But Fox was in a neon green outfit. Sasha looking pretty nice in the neon pink. Very colorful match. Fox ended up wanting to have a timeout during the match. Banks, quick drop kick. Alicia was out to the outside a lot. Fox ended up punching Boss to the floor. to a long drop. There was a lot of brawls outside during this match. Banks tossed outside again, like garbage. Fox, there was a commercial break, but during a pay-per-view, yeah, on the WWE Network, they always throw commercials in still, guys, if you've never watched the network. But I thought it was funny. Fox was chanting to the ref, everyone who wants to hear your count. She had some beautiful Northern Lights suplexes. I believe she had like 2. She was going for 3, I think. Foxy took a bad bump in this match out to the outside. I got to rewatch that again. Ryan, it looked like she almost like landed on her head. I mean, there's not a lot of padding out there, guys. Foxy took a tremendous bump out there. I thought it was a pretty good match. And during, it was National Boss Week, guys. Did you have congratulate your boss this week? I believe that was Monday. I was at a day off and I was at Raw. So to my bosses, I wasn't at work that day. Maybe I'll get you some flowers or something. But it was a hashtag National Boss Week, and Sasha Banks capitalizes on that. She had a classic bank statement to finish the match, and she wins via submission. I thought it was a good match. Yours truly, the mailman, ended up losing this one. Hit it, Mr. Elvis. Missed delivery, number 1. I had Alicia Fox. Whoops, sorry, guys. I thought she was gonna cheat to get the pinfall. I also said her next opponent, she would be Asuka's next opponent. That could be very well true, but Sasha Banks gets the win tonight via the bank statement. Where does this go from here? Let me know. So I'm dropping the letters. I've done that before. We got it. Thank you, Elvis. I'm sure we'll be back in a minute. So we lost our pre-show match. Great match. I thought it got the crowd going, and it did what it had to do. So the pre-show was the pre-show. They also on the pre-show had an interview with Seth and Dean, what their thoughts were teaming up with Kurt Angle. All week we've seen, or the past couple days, once we knew Roman was going to be in, they were hyping themselves up to make their adjustments. Classic Dean, he's excited. I can't remember who said, Kurt, you're not jumping in the kiddie pool. You're jumping in the deep end, Both were excited to have him as a tag partner. And, they're going to go through, they're going to burn it down and go in there like kamikaze pilots. So they wanted him to get ready. Seth was pumping Dean up and saying, see what you've done. You're unleashing Dean, and TLC, the war that it was. I thought these 3 guys delivered. Very good pre-show to get you hyped up for the pay-per-view. So with that, the pay-per-view started at 8 o'clock. I thought the entry was great. My match order was way off. I'm not even going to look at it again. And once I saw what match number 1 was, I knew I had lost the poll. You guys were right. John Loose Cannon Lopez out there, if you ever watched this, you guys were totally correct. I was the only one that thought this would be a squash match under 2 minutes. Emma represented tonight. The opening match was Emma and Asuka. Both had great entries. Emma came out first. Asuka, the 523-day reign of the NXT champion. She was hyped up. She finally makes her WWE pay-per-view. She had an awesome entrance. It was a hot opening match. Cole kept saying the WWE is an adjustment level to adversity, and but Emma stepped up. Let's go to Wikipedia. What was the match length for this? Sorry, I'm going off of Wikipedia times, guys. By the way, Sasha Banks, Alicia Fox. That was an 11-minute pre-show match. Asuka ended up going 9 minutes, 25 seconds with Emma. So there we have it for that. Ryan, what'd you think of the match there on Facebook Messenger? I got you over here, buddy. There was a lot of action in this. I knew as soon as this match took place, like I said, I lost the poll. I said, do you think it goes under 2 minutes? A lot of you said over 2 minutes, and you got it right. I got the pick right, so I'm not gonna count myself out. But the match was much better than I thought. I thought this would be the buffer match to the main event. Emma stepped up tonight. I really thought she looked good. Asuka early on was working Emma's arm. There's a lot of slaps. Asuka had her classic, like Naomi, the rear view. She, like a big butt bump to the face. She ended up getting the ankle lock, a little ode to Kurt Angle early on. Emma countered, a beautiful counter. So John Luis Cannon Lopez, if you drink beer, I owe you at WrestleMania in New Orleans. You called it right. This was not a squash match, to say the least. Emma really stepped up. A lot of stiff kicks by Asuka. Asuka ended up in the tree of woe in the corner. Her feet were tied up in the ropes. Emma was taking advantage of that. There was some hair pulling, some stiff hamstring kicks by Asuka. There's a missile drop kick by her, some foot stomps. Emma had a nice counter for an elbow. She ended up getting a couple of near falls on Asuka. Another ankle lock. It looked really stiff the way Asuka was turning that. I can't remember. I wrote German suplex down. Emma had a nice German suplex on Asuka. It went to the outside a lot, but Asuka got a spin kick and then into an Asuka lock again. Emma ended up tapping. What did I say the time of the match was? 9 minutes, 25 seconds. So it was well over the 2 minutes, what my poll was. So to you guys and gals that voted, it was over 2 minutes. Congratulations, you won that. I get the pick right. I didn't say I lost this match. I always had Asuka. I'm not going to say she squashed her. Emma held up her own. I don't know. What say you? Should this be a loss for me? I said Asuka squashes Emma. If you think I should lose that, let me know. I had Asuka winning this match. I will call it a loss if you want me to. Ryan, you are the official win-loss guy here. I booked myself as a win. The mailman needs your opinion, guys. Should I have lost this match? I had Asuka winning, but in under 2 minutes. But Emma survived for 9 minutes. So where does Emma go from here? Maybe she's booked strong from here on. Like I said, I think the iconic duo down in NXT will eventually get up there, and I think they're going to be a faction of some sort. There's a lot of women that are talented. Emma looked amazing. It was a much better match than I thought, guys. Once it opened, like I said, I knew I was going to lose that poll question. But Asuka in her debut looked very good. She gets the win, and she's the winner there over Emma. Before match number 2, Elias had a performance, and that's when Jason Jordan was tossing vegetables. He was trolling Minnie. Sounded like he had some new chords playing. Elias has changed up his guitar gimmick a lot. He is a talented guitar player. I wonder how talented he really is, but I think he messed up some chords based on the crowd. And Jason Jordan was tossing vegetables. So the Miz and the Bar were interviewed with, and Sheamus was looking forward to having a bro kick to Olympic gold medalist. Miz was just looking for a moment to steal on Kurt Angle, basically, since they stole a moment from them pulling reins and having a Shield moment. The Miz is all about seizing the moment. Braun just wanted to it looked like you're already going to have that dissension between Braun and Kane during that segment. So it was kind of like a tease that Kane and Braun would not see eye to eye. Based on last week's Monday Night Raw, you would have figured they'd be the new Brothers of Destruction. So what do we got here? Ryan is chiming in over from England. He said, Emma took her opportunity tonight. She can go toe-to-toe with any woman on the roster. Asuka is capable of bringing the best out of any competitor. You got the result right, Mailman. Put it in the win column. So, Ryan, you're my official scorekeeper, sir. I would have taken the loss if you would have said that. I appreciate you, Ryan. We're going to take it. A victory for us. We're 1-1 here. Thank you, Ryan. The Rat Boy has the official call. We get the victory. All right, match number 2. We're moving on. I was interested real quick. What did I have match number 2? Match number I had the 205 Live tag match opening the Raw. Got that wrong. I had match number 2 being Mickie James and Bliss. So I was totally way off there, guys. But match number 2 ended up being the Kendrick Gallagher combo versus Swan and Cedric Alexander. This is where the Mailman lost his second match. Very athletic contest. Cedric looked awesome. I think he is being groomed to be the next title holder. A lot of chops in this match. Swan on Kendrick. Swan just so athletic. They took advantage. Swan ended up being cut off in the ring half the match from for Kendrick and Jack Gallagher. He was the Ricky Morton of the other team where he was trying to get the hot tag on Cedric half the match. An unbelievable dive to the outside. A perfect 10 landing by Cedric Alexander. What do you call that? A swanton? Cedric landed on his feet. Later on, I believe Finn did that to AJ. He basically landed, but Cedric landed on his feet for this. That's pretty crazy. Just a ton of high spots in this match. There was a tilt-a-whirl backbreaker on Kendrick. A beautiful butterfly suplex on Swan. Then a knee to the face. Basically the ring was cut in half, like I said. Swan got the hot tag eventually to Cedric. He had an elbow to Jack. There was a near fall. Kendrick interfered to thwart the pinfall. There was a small package, hence our name. The captain's hook was in on Cedric. Swan did a Phoenix splash. Gallagher headbutted. It's always a brutal look. Gallagher's headbutts. Those things are amazing. The lumbar check, one of the most favorite moves I've seen. I think it's a great look. The lumbar check put on Kendrick for the 1, 2, 3. Cedric Alexander and Rich Swann get the win. The Mailman goes to 1 and 2. Elvis, let's hit it, buddy.
Return to sender. Return to sender. I gave a letter to the postman.
I had for the 205 live tag match, Jack Gallagher and the Brian Kendrick getting the win.
She wrote upon it. Return to sender.
But Cedric is the next contender. I had that right. I think this guy, I think he can be on the main roster, to tell you the truth. Kendrick, Gallagher, you're great team. Cedric and Swan get the win. My 2 losses of the night right there, guys. We won't need you anymore tonight, Elvis. So let's talk about the rest of the card, guys. I thought that was a fun match. What say you? What'd you think of that match? Ryan? Whenever you're ready, buddy. But we'll move on. Milstead went to 1 and 2. Match number 3. This is where I had the Finn AJ match. It thankfully was put off. They were getting all the matches on there before the big card fillers. Match number 3 ended up being the Raw Women's Championship. I thought this was a good match. Ryan Alexander, the Rat Boy, favorite wrestler, the lovely, the goddess, Alexa Bliss, the defending Raw Women's Champion, and Mickie James. Mickie James came in looking like she was wearing a Canadian tuxedo, a sexy one, like a jean jacket, tight jeans, pretty good look. She looked really good tonight. She was interviewed on the pre-show panel. I forgot to give her a question. Hashtag Ask Mickie. I asked her what she would celebrate to her as far as her favorite country song, and I screwed that up because I didn't do the hashtag. But I wonder if they would have read my question. But it was what it was. Mickie looked pretty good in this match. Bliss did as well. Before Bliss went out there, she cut a good promo. You can catch it on WWE Network. I didn't really write any notes. This is when my buddy Denny arrived, so my note-taking was a little bit off. Both ladies were filling each other out early. Elbow to the jaw of James. I thought that was a pretty good elbow by Bliss in the match. Mickie worked the arm. She kicked up like 3 times. I thought that was pretty cool to see for an old lady. Mickie James held her own with those hip ups. I couldn't do that getting out of bed at all. I don't know. Mickie James looking pretty good athletically. Bliss was working on the arm of Mickie a lot. There was a Hurricane Rana to Bliss. There's a lot of slaps. Mick kick. Both went to the outside. There's a lot of punches to each other. Mickie fired off a lot. A couple of near falls. Mickie had a missile drop kick. Ended up having an elbow and a shoulder. I thought Mickie looked great. Bliss missed her classic move off the top rope, but she ended up getting a DDT on Mickie James to get the 1, 2, 3. Little Miss Bliss gets the victory, as we said. She retains the Raw Women's Championship. Congrats, Rat Boy, Ryan Alexander Taylor, and my other buddy, Tim Kelly. Big Alexa Bliss fans. Where does Mickie go from here? Sound like, she fell short of her 7th Women's Championship. It sounded like she was maybe going away, but I don't know. This gal has a WWE Hall of Fame spot written all for. It could be this year for all I know, but do you think she's still got a run left in her? I would like to see her still wrestle. She's 38. Pre-show, she said, half the roster is still older than her. I would like to see who, but, I think Mickey's one of the best of all time. I think, personally, I always liked her better than Trish Stratus. Mickie, great match, great run. Not sure what holds for her in the future, but very good match. I think she's very good looking, and wow, pretty good match. What is Ryan saying? The worst reaction in pro wrestling is no reaction. The cruiserweight division, we're talking about the cruiserweight match earlier. The worst reaction in pro wrestling is no reaction. The cruiserweight division is amongst the finest in ring work in the business, but when no one cares, it's little consequence. So I guess that's what he thought of the 205 Live tag match between Kendrick Gallagher and Swan and Cedric. So we're at 500 after the women's match. Match number 4 was the Cruiserweight Championship. Kalisto, the defending champion, taking on Enzo Amore, the previous champion. I had this match predicted at number on my prediction show. Apologize, guys. I had this the 4th match, so hey, we got that one right. Enzo and Kalisto were match number 4. Ryan's coming in on his Alexa Bliss comments here, guys. I'm desperate to see Alexa work with Charlotte and Asuka. If she can elevate her in-ring work to the level of her skills, with the stick, there's no limit to what she can accomplish. So Ryan was pleased with the performance. That would be an interesting triple threat. Maybe Royal Rumble. Rumors are running rampant. Maybe there is a women's Royal Rumble match. I don't. As much as I think that's cool, I don't think you should have 2 Royal Rumbles on a card. The Royal Rumble in itself is a long match. I don't know. What do you guys think? Should the women have their separate, maybe a separate live special if there was going to be their Royal Rumble? I think that's what it should be, but hearing a lot of rumors there. I think the women, Ryan, if you're right about that one, I think that would be a perfect triple threat for Royal Rumble. Charlotte, I guess, would have to switch over brands, but WrestleMania, you got to figure Ronda Rousey's going to be there by then. I think it'd be Ronda Rousey and Charlotte Flair, but the dream match for me personally, Charlotte Flair, Asuka. But yeah, Alexa, Charlotte, and Asuka in a triple threat. I think that would be a good Royal Rumble women's match feature. But give me your comments on the YouTube, what you think should be Alexa Bliss's next opponent. Trying to think. Sasha's been on a win streak. And I think it's too soon for I really think it's too soon for Asuka. Anybody else red hot on the Raw roster? Nia Jax, we have no idea what's going to happen with her. Is anybody else getting called up? Yet to see Paige. Paige, I believe, would go to SmackDown. Interesting times for wrestling fans. Leaving in the hands of WWE. We'll move on here. Like I said, on to the Cruiserweight Championship. Enzo and Kalisto. Enzo lost his voice. He had a promo that was really short, really. It wasn't to standard of what he usually does. It was a real short promo. The Zoe show is back, though. There's some head scissors takedown by Kalisto to start the match. And Nzaguri rocked Enzo during this match. A tope suicida, a suicide dive out to the outside by Kalisto. Reversal impact move by Enzo. Kalisto ended up drop kicking off the rope. There's a lot of missile drop kicks on this pay-per-view. DDT near fall. But there's a Giordano. Is it a Giordano? Enzo's finishing move sticks his foot in the opponent's face. He falls back to the mat, and it's a big stunner with the foot. That was a failed attempt. A counter. A Selena Del Sol was failed on by Kalisto. But eventually Enzo got the Giordano for the 3 count, and we have a new Cruiserweight champion. Enzo gets the title back. The Enzo show. Zoe is back. We go to 3-2, and the mailman got this pick right. Enzo Amore regains the WWE Cruiserweight Championship. Short reign for Kalisto. I believe Cedric Alexander is your next opponent for Enzo. And we got that pick right to go to 3-2. Ryan, on the Women's Royal Rumble, he thinks it's inevitable. And he agrees it should be a live special. Yeah, I don't think you should have 2 Rumbles on the same card. I just think it would destroy the regular Rumble. I don't know. That's just my opinion. I think, yeah, if you're going to have a women's Royal Rumble, just include some NXT stars as well, and you can maybe make them a #1 contender. It could be a live special on the WWE Network in its own. Maybe during the summer or something, have the since they've already had a women's tournament, a cruiserweight tournament. We haven't seen the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic in a year. You're going to need something for the summer. I would have the Women's Royal Rumble in the summertime. What do you guys think? Comment in the comments. When do you think, if the women were to have a Royal Rumble, when it should be held? So good points there, Ryan. Thank you for the takes. We're going to move on here. Match number 5 was the classic encounter, the first ever encounter. AJ Styles, Finn Balor. Everybody was ready for this one. My wife stopped what she was doing. She had football on the outside. She was actually helping prepare a meal for us. She stopped what she was doing. She wanted to come in, see Finn Balor. I let her have my favorite chair. I stood up because that's what I wanted to do. It was an epic match. Just an epic match. I really didn't take a lot of notes. Go watch this one for yourself. I like the way AJ was dressed in blue. Finn came out as the demon. He was dressed in red. I always love the surfboard. Finn put on AJ. It looks like a painful move. Kudos. A little shout out to Jushin Thunder Liger of New Japan Pro Wrestling. I'm not sure who invented that thing, but I always remember Jushin Thunder Liger doing that to opponents. It looks like a tremendous, painful move on the hamstrings, where you just take up the opponent and you put your legs to the hamstrings and pull on the arms. And it looks like you're riding a surfboard, or the person is riding a surfboard, you know. There's a lot of trading of maneuvers, a lot of chops in this match. An enziguri off the top. There was a sling blade. Styles Clash tease. There's a lot of face plant. Sorry, guys, my notes are terrible. There was no count out. What I liked about this match, two guys going head to head. There was no outside interference. We thought maybe the club would show up. Nothing to interfere in this match. A classic wrestling match. What we've missed in WWE. There was some stomps and a phenomenal forearm was countered. In the end, Finn Balor gets the coup de grace, guys, and then they congratulate each other with a too sweet, and that's what I give this match. One of my favorite WWE matches of the year. Finn Balor with the coup de grace beats AJ Styles. What were your thoughts on this match? We got to go back to Wikipedia real quick, guys. First of all, the Cedric Alexander, Rich Swann, Jack Gallagher, Brian Kendrick match. That was an even 8 minutes. Alexa Bliss defeated Mickie James in 11 minutes, 25 seconds. Enzo defeated Kalisto in 8 minutes, 45 seconds. The Finn Balor, AJ Styles match went 18 minutes, 20 seconds. I thought it would go 25 minutes. Not too bad prediction by me. What did you think, guys, of this encounter? I don't think it was a match of the year, but it was definitely loved by the crowd. It was better than anything you're probably watching on cable TV. The Mailman had Finn Balor and AJ Styles tearing the house down, and that's what they did. I said 25 minutes. It went 18 plus. Finn ends up on top. No Bullet Club or Balor Club tease except for the too sweet. But that's my prediction, and I'm going to get the victory. I go to 4-2. I thought it was a very good match. Rat Boy. His previous comments, Vince McMahon is in the entertainment business, not the wrestling business. Enzo, unfortunately, is more relevant than the entire 205 Live roster, and it makes sense for him to regain the strap. I totally agree there. On his AJ comments of Finn Balor, often if you don't care about the story, you don't care about the match, it speaks volumes of Finn and AJ that they can engage in the crowd so much in a bout without any build. So true, Ryan. For that, this might be one of my top 5 matches. I'm going to rewatch it again. I feel like time passed me by, and there's so much excitement. I got to rewatch this, guys. I really love that match. I got excited. And Finn Balor, he needed that win, and he got it. And it's going to be interesting. They've been teasing Survivor Series. It's going to be a brand split pay-per-view, guys. There is going to be a Team Raw, a Team SmackDown, and I got to figure they're going to include these two guys in that. I guarantee it. You're obviously going to have Brock and Jinder. Brock on Monday Night Raw tomorrow night will answer Jinder's challenge. Those two guys are going at it. And there's going to be a massive Survivor Series match. And I guarantee it, AJ Styles will be right across from Finn Balor again. It'll really be interesting. The club is going to be impacted there. I love the way they ended that match, the Too Sweet. Do we have a photo of this, guys? Let's go to my Facebook real quick. Apologize real quick. Okay, so you've seen this encounter. I don't really have it here right now. Thought I saved it. What I will say is I put a poll on my Facebook. There it is. Finn Balor and AJ Styles. They end off the match with the Too Sweet. And I think that is the way you should have did it. Great encounter. We'll see them again. Kudos WWE for that performance. I put a poll on my Facebook. What was the best match at WWE TLC? And it looks like the Demon Finn Balor versus AJ Styles hands down wins it. 48%. We haven't even got to the main event yet. I really thought the main event was great. The main event ended up getting 40% votes. This is as of 10:16 p.m. West Coast time. You can probably vote still. You can see hands down the Demon Finn Balor and AJ Styles. One hell of a match. Go, if you're not going to watch this whole pay-per-view, go watch that, guys. Both those guys tore the house down. Unbelievable. So, the match. So we go to 4-2. The match that will not count on my record. There was a buffer match. Jason Jordan defeated Elias. Booker T said maybe the fans were staying here for a late concert. Booker T was just funny as hell to me tonight. There's a lot of left knee issues teased by Jason Jordan. Elias was working the knee. And small package win for Jason Jordan, to promote my show, The Small Package, a little roll-up. Jason Jordan comes out on top. I really thought there was bigger and badder things for Jason Jordan. Before we get to the main event, today was the legendary Bill Apter, his birthday. I'm friends with the guy on Facebook. If you don't know who Bill Apter is, if you remember Pro Wrestling Illustrated, the Apter mags, he's the person responsible for Jerry the King Lawler and Andy Kaufman relationship in Memphis wrestling history. If you haven't read this book, Is Wrestling Fixed? I Didn't Know It Was Broken. Do yourself a favor. Pick up this excellent book on Bill's story. A great dude in the wrestling business. Happy birthday, Bill. I sent him a birthday shout out, and he shared my status. So that was pretty cool. It's a great book, easy read, some good pictures in there, some fun stories. I will not give away anything, but there is an encounter with him and Randy the Macho Man Savage you would like to probably check out, and Eric Bischoff as well. He's got stories on Bruno Sammartino. He was there for Bruno's epic loss against Kohlhoff back in the day, the Russian Bear. Great read. Is Wrestling Fixed? I Didn't Know It Was Broken. Shout out to Bill Apter. I wanted to get this in. Happy birthday to that legendary. And I'll see you at the matches one day, Bill. He's always at WrestleCons and wrestling conventions all over the country. He signed this book for me. I was back in 2015 as I drop notes and make a mess here. Sorry, guys. Post show was not rehearsed tonight at all. So we are 4-2. Let's move on to our final match, the main event, the TLC match, the tables, ladders, and chairs. Unbelievable entrances, guys. I did not expect Kurt Angle to come out as an honorary Shield member. We're wearing that shirt tonight. You might as well, for the night, take out Roman Reigns and let's put in, you know who it is. he came out in the Shield music. They also had "You Suck" chants. There's a lot of chair shots, a lot of yes chants. I was doing the yes chants here in the man cave. This match was so chaotic, guys. I can't even explain it. I didn't take much notes. By the way, Jason Jordan defeated Elias in 8 minutes, 50 seconds. But the main event, like I thought, I said 30 minutes. It went 35 minutes, 25 seconds. Kurt Angle and the Shield. Dean Ambrose, Seth Rollins defeated Braun Strowman, Cesaro, Kane, and The Miz in the TLC match. I am not even going to go over everything. There was dissension, though. There was a garbage truck. Kane, Braun Strowman. That's how Braun ended up looking strong. Braun got taken out of the match and off into a garbage truck. So Kane and the five-man team withered away. There was a fun spot where all the chairs came down on, was it Braun Strowman? Yeah, Kane and Braun were battling. So I'm thinking maybe a Survivor Series match between those two guys. Fun spot. It looked painful, but I'm sure Braun was protected. There's a bunch of chairs on the stage on a string, on a line, a ripcord, whatever. And Kane released it, and all these chairs came down. It was a cool visual. An insane match, guys. A lot of Kurt Angle was taken back at one point during the match. He was taken out, but he ended up coming back. Yeah, he ended up getting the win over The Miz. It was a well booked match. I took notes and I can't even read my own writing, guys. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm not even gonna waste my time here. What did you think of that main event? Go watch it on the WWE Network. Is there any details on this match? I'm sorry, guys. I failed you on that one. I was so excited to watch the match, I didn't take any notes. Ryan, back to the AJ Finn. He enjoyed the too sweet salute, but you don't be surprised if that's Vince mocking the Young Bucks after claiming it was exclusive intellectual property. Yes, sir. A fun pay-per-view. I'm giving it a B+. I want to give it an A, but who knows what the storylines were supposed to be. I thought I should have gave this an A. Who knows what was really supposed to be on tap. But like I said, I never gave you the main event results. I had Ambrose, Rollins, and Angle getting the victory in a barn burner. Kurt makes Miz tap. Kurt ended up getting Miz. Jason Jordan helps. I got that wrong. Sacrifices himself to Braun. Braun ended up looking strong and getting taken out in the match. That was my result of the night. Yours truly goes to 5-3, even though there was 9 matches. I know what I say. I go to 5-2, even though there was 8 matches. I did not count the Jason Jordan Elias. What were your grades on the pay-per-view? What were your thoughts? I'm giving it a B+ tonight. We're going to give it the onion bell here. An enjoyable weekend for what transpired. We lost some talents due to illness, and the WWE gave us something to enjoy. And based on the Sunday Night Football Atlanta Patriots game, it looked like WWE TLC, if you tuned into that and didn't watch football tonight, if you're an American fan, you made out. 23-7, I believe, was the New England Patriots win. I enjoyed wrestling tonight, and it's been a fun week, guys. I'm really tired. I got to work tomorrow. Ryan, over in England, I know you got the day off tomorrow and you had a rough night at work. I just want to thank you for joining me tonight, or early morning your time. I'm waiting for him to give me his final takes. With that, we will announce our next show. I told you Survivor Series will be the weekend of November 17th. November 17th, the Friday, will be the next show of the Small Package, episode 10. WrestleMania tickets for the public, not the the travel packages, I believe, go on sale before that, but I'm not doing that. WrestleMania tickets go on sale Friday, November 17th, and that's the weekend of Survivor Series. NXT War Games is Saturday, November 18th. Survivor Series Sunday, November 19th. Houston, Texas. Going to be a huge weekend. Are you going to WrestleMania? Let me know. I'm getting my tickets as soon as they go on sale that Friday. My family's going down, but I think I'm the only one attending the actual wrestling events. We'll have to get together, guys. If you watch this, let's get a small group together. We'll be on Bourbon Street, living it up. But November 17th is the next time I will see you here on YouTube. We also have a special announcement that night. We make our picks for NXT and Survivor Series. I want you to be a part of this, and I will let you know as soon as I can. Special announcement, guys. November 17th. That's a Friday night. 9 p.m. is what we're aiming for instead of Saturday, because Saturday is NXT TakeOver War Games. Friday night is going to be the small package episode 10, 9 p.m. West Coast time. Join me then. We've got Ryan chiming in for the final time tonight. Ryan, sir, I will forward you my full reactions tomorrow. It's 6:23, and I am surrendering to my pillow. Yes, sir. November 17th, Ryan's bank account takes a serious hit, but he will be in New Orleans WrestleMania week. Amen, brother. Hit the sack. Anybody watching me, we've had an hour and a half prediction show, and I don't even know how long this one's gone, but it's gone on too long, and I really thank you so much. We went 5-2 for TLC. We did not count one match. I thank you for joining us. Kurt Angle and the Shield Brothers win one for Roman Reigns, guys. We're going to go out tonight. Once again, Kurt Angle, the Hall of Famer, steps up in Shield gear. What a pop tonight. Go watch that match. I didn't describe it good enough. Very fun. Tables, ladders, and chair pay-per-view. 35 minutes, 25 seconds. Kurt Angle, The Shield, Dean Ambrose, Seth Rollins defeated Braun Strowman, Cesaro, and Kane, and The Miz, and Sheamus. Go watch it. Jimmy Milstead, The Small Package, Episode 9, TLC results on this October 22nd, 2017. Happy anniversary once again to my wife, Denise. We had fun this weekend, guys, this whole week. God bless everyone. I hope this finds you well. We look forward to seeing you November 17th. I'll give your feeds a break. Wrestling is a great pastime, and it's such fun, man. I need more wrestling fans, and I've enjoyed all you guys participating. John Luis Cannon Lopez, all the best, sir, out there in Texas. I think he's going to Survivor Series, if I'm not mistaken. Hope to see him down in WrestleMania. But WrestleMania season, WrestleMania tickets, November 17th. Get them while they're hot, buddies, and we'll see you down there in New Orleans. But the next show for the small package, episode number 10, will be November 17th, 9 p.m. West Coast time. We'll see you then. Wrestling's real. People are real, too. I like saying wrestling is real. People are fake. But Jimmy Milstead, the mailman, we have to go to work tomorrow. We'll talk to y'all tomorrow or the next time we see you. I'm babbling. It's been a long time, and I don't really like talking too much. Thanks for joining me tonight. We'll talk to you soon. I hope you enjoyed TLC. It was a great night. Too sweet, everybody. Have a good one.